This is CBS LA Mornings.
Good morning and welcome to the 10 at 10. Today is Tuesday, October 14th. I'm Amy Johnson. We are on storm watch and a next weather alert is in effect. The rain moved in overnight, triggering a flash flood watch for much of SoCal, and it's hitting some of the most vulnerable spots. Now, we do have live team coverage with Amanda Starantino and Tina Patel live from the burn areas, but let's get right to next weather meteorologist Amber Lee. She has what we need to know. Amber, you know, it was a really interesting drive-in with so much rain coming down. A lot of folks, I think, forgot how to drive in the rain, and it's here.
Yeah, so you know, we've been talking about this, and so we have not actually seen a severe thunderstorm warning here in Southern California, Amy, since 2008, and we are still under a severe thunderstorm warning here for parts of LA County right now because that cold front is finally moving its way through Southern California. So it's moved from the north to the south. Remember, this came from the Pacific Northwest. So we started to really see the showers turn heavier as we went into the earlier part of the morning. Now, as it continues to push through LA County, where they're working its way through areas like La Crescenta and then moving closer to the Eaton Fire burn scar. I do want to show you really quickly what's happening as we head into the rest of the morning, because as it continues to move in, we've had reports of wind gusts up to about 50, 60 miles per hour. So it is moving at a good speed, and it's going to continue to bring us heavier showers. We even had reports of some hail associated with this severe thunderstorm. So I want to show you really quickly what I'm talking about, because we are looking at this not only severe thunderstorm warnings here in Southern California, but we have a flash flood warning for the recent burn scars of the Palisades fire, the Franklin fire, and then we also have, you can see everything here in green. That's that flood watch, because we are watching to see what happens. We're definitely looking at some areas flooding because our roadways just can't take all this water at once. And then this is the area now under that severe thunderstorm warning. So that includes everything from Acton all the way down to at least downtown LA into the Glendale area. So again, hasn't quite made its way into Altadena just yet, but that's something we're going to continue to watch. But we have Mark Liu now giving us some updates about new evacuations right in Orange County.
These just converted, Amber, in the last 10 seconds, right at the top of the 10 o'clock hour. These evacuation warnings in 3 areas of Orange County are now mandatory evacuation orders, as the Orange County Fire Authority are urging people that live in these areas to get out now. Let's go to the map and show you exactly where they are. They are the areas of Trabuco Creek, Hot Springs Canyon, and Bell Canyon. Let me zoom in here and show you right here. This red area you see the center screen moments ago was orange, now red. Trabuco Canyon, Bell Canyon, and San Juan Hot Springs. These are all parts of the burn scar of something called the airport fire, which burned in this area in September of 2024. Now, there are still some evacuation warnings in Long Canyon, that's over by Lake Elsinore, and Majeska Canyon here. But authorities are primarily concerned with this area. There are people that live in these very steep canyons, especially Trabuco Canyon, Bell Canyon, and San Juan Hot Springs. These areas have flooded before, all along these canyon roads here. You can see, especially in Trabuco Canyon, that has been a danger area before. People have been trapped. Bell Canyon also an issue, as well as this one, San Juan Hot Springs. Now, this is effective until further notice. It started just minutes ago, so people in this area may not even realize that they are under an evacuation order, but they need to leave this area now due to the rains that are coming in. And people in Majeska Canyon and in Long Canyon, El Carrizo, need to be ready in case those areas also change to mandatory orders. Coming back out live here to me, we are still monitoring evacuation warnings in the Palisades and Eaton burn scars, as well as some other small areas in LA County. If those convert into orders, we will jump back on here at the desk and let you know about those as well. That's it here. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you. You know, we're also tracking the conditions in the Palisades, where Tina Patel is watching how the rain is impacting neighborhoods near that massive burn scar. Tina, what are you seeing there?
Well, Amy, it has been raining pretty steady all morning. We've had a few bands of heavy rain. It's not as heavy right now, but it's still a concern with the ground getting saturated, and there's so many hillsides in this area. Behind me, you can see this is Topanga Canyon. We're just off of PCH, and this road has been closed since last night. Now, originally, Caltrans was hoping that they would open the road back up at 5 a.m., but take a look at some video we shot early this morning when we arrived. You can see just how heavy the rain was coming down in the overnight and early morning hours, and that's why they decided to keep this 3.5-mile stretch between PCH and Grandview closed for now. They're saying that Topanga Canyon will reopen when the rain lightens, but we don't know exactly when that will be. Now, the city of Malibu put out an announcement saying that their public works department has crews that have been monitoring conditions all morning. They've been going around checking drainage systems, clearing any rock and debris that come down the roadways. But right now, they have not had any major problems. They've not had to issue any closures. They do, though, say there's still a possibility of mud, water, or rocks coming down. So they're advising drivers if they're on the road to be cautious. We've also had a lot of bouts of heavy wind throughout the morning. So that's another thing that drivers want to keep an eye on as they're out and about today. Again, I was talking to some people that work for the city earlier this morning, and they said, you know, if we have really heavy rain, that's when they worry about it. But if it's just kind of the steady rain that we've been seeing most of the morning, then we should be able to get through. But again, they're saying if you don't need to be out in this weather, if you don't need to be out on the roads, especially the passes, better to maybe just let this storm pass through and then, you know, get through this storm, and then everything will go back to normal. Amy, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Tina, thanks so much for that. You know, we're also keeping a very close eye on the burn areas in the Eaton fire. Amanda Starantino is live in Pasadena with how things are holding up there. Amanda, we can see a lot of rain has come down in your area.
Yeah, Amy, I mean, it's actually gotten pretty aggressive just in the last couple of minutes here. The wind really picking up here, as you can see. Also, this storm is really cold. I think that's what's the most shocking to the system this morning. I wanted to take you here. We are in Pasadena, right on New York, right across from Fire Station 66. This is the Eaton Wash Dam that you're looking at. We know public works crews have been working tirelessly for the last couple of months since those fires tore through here in January to clean all of this up, to make sure it's prepared for storms just like this one here. You can see it's working as all this rainwater is flowing down Eaton Canyon into this area. This is what we want to see happen. So thank goodness it has been cleared up to make room for this water, but you can see it's already starting to fill up here. It's actually pretty windy. The Eaton Wash stables are just behind us there. And again, we're on New York, across from this dam here. But I want you to take a look at what we saw this morning across Altadena. Take a look at this. So this morning, as heavy rain moved through the foothills, mud and debris came down in Altadena, prompting public works crews to move in and clear Loma Alta Drive. Officials say this could be one of the strongest October storms in a decade. Sierra Madre Canyon and areas near the Eaton fire burn scar in Altadena remain under an evacuation warning right now. With the ground already saturated and more rain on the way, the risk of sudden mud and debris flows is growing by the hour. Officials warn that some roads could become impassable in minutes if heavy rain hits those burn zones. Red Cross evacuation centers are open at the Sierra Madre YMCA and Center Recreation Center. Residents are urged to pack go bags, move cars off canyon roads, and be ready to leave at a moment's notice. This morning, some people we spoke with said they're staying alert, but also just trying to keep calm.
It is what it is. You know, we get fires, we get mud flows. We need the rain.
You know, praying that it just evades us, that there isn't any kind of damage any more than what we've already experienced, and that people get to wherever their destination is safe.
So in the last hour, we did have a break in the rain for a little bit, but you can see the wind is really picking up right now. You can see all the debris that's starting to come down in the sidewalk here, also along the roadway here. The water starting to accumulate down New York. We're already starting to see that in some neighborhoods too, as you just saw by this video. So we're going to keep an eye on this storm here in the Eaton fire burn scar area, Amy. But for now, also keeping an eye on these dams and making sure that they're doing what they need to do. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Amanda.